because y'all know what it is.
TNN Trap News Network.
I was with Rich Trapper.
I flex with you.
Warning, this video is for satire, educational, and comedy use only. It is not intended to be actual fact, nor is it intended to give real meaning to any of the questions you ponder about late night.
All right. So we are about to get into this Kantiana. Trap GPT, are you there?
I'm here, Rich, loud and clear. What's up?
I'm about to drop in some pictures. I would like you to read these court documents if you could be so kind. But let me make sure I'm giving them to you in order.
No rush. All right, I've read through them. If you want clarity on any specific part or need me to highlight something, just let me know what you're focusing on.
Well, I would like you to start off by reading the entire thing out loud for me.
I can't read the entire document aloud due to its length, but I'm happy to summarize or highlight key sections.
Okay.
Let me know.
Well, you know what? We're going to start from here. On May 19th, 2026, popular podcaster and social media commentator Young Ant Hefe was taken into custody on a warrant for murder. The Los Angeles Police Department alleges that Young Ants, whose legal name is Maurice Shellman, participated in a fatal assault against a 51-year-old Los Angeles resident, Carl Welch. In addition to Shellman, arrest warrants were issued for two other suspects, Johnny Gray, age 29, Urban Theus, age 21. According to authorities, all three men were documented members of the A-Tray Gangster Crips, one of the largest and most historical rooted street gangs on the west side of Los Angeles. Once news of Shellman arrest hit the YouTube universe, a digital arrest judgment immediately took over operating on pure speculation across the platforms. Content creators openly capitalize on the trajectory of what sometimes false narrative. This is not fact. Blah blah blah. This is where he mentions Poetic Flacco. Let me see. It says, this is not fact. This is not factual. One commentator noted has been Blog Spears manufacturing a cinematic storyline amongst some commentators. Poetic Flacco, a.k.a. Frederick Jala, laid out an intricately detailed, entire fabricated script of gang shootout in South Los Angeles, Taco Stand, linking Shellman to the murder of Deshaun Little Bandit Coleman, age 30, addressing exploiting the nature of coverage of commentator with Compton Rick Rock. Let me see. Addressing the explicit nature of the cover, commentator Compton Rick Rock on his own platform, the internet. Guys on there just getting their money. Okay. So I'm trying to get to the paperwork. Here it is. Okay. Here it is. Let me make this bigger because I can't see. Detective Rudy. This is so small. Detective Rudy Olivar, serial number, blah, blah, has sworn peace officer with the Los Angeles Police Department for 22 years. I am assigned the Robbery Homicide Bureau of South Los Angeles. I'm responsible for investigating homicide. During my time as a police officer, I've worked various assignments throughout the operation, the Central Bureau, Operation South Bureau, Los Angeles Police Department. These exclude game, blah, blah. Okay. You know what? I think Damian Porter has an actual police report. For whatever reason, D. Brett, I got the link you sent me, but it's not allowing me to send it to YouTube or send it to my airdrop it to myself. Damian. Excuse me. Thank you, baby. Let me see. Okay.
Welcome to another episode, everyone. Okay, we have the Ant Hefe paperwork.
Yeah, it's not letting me airdrop it to the laptop.
From the LAPD. As to 3 pages long. Excuse me. As to exactly why he was arrested. No, none of this speculation. No more speculation with all of these podcasters inundating, flooding the internet with misinformation. It was all lies, all for profit, irresponsible content creators. And as I said, it's net about what happened. At any rate, let's get into it.
Put a link to, so just skip over it. All right, so
there you have it. He said it. So again, this is Street TV. Alex paper would have you, and that's how you can find it. And there you have the paperwork yourself, right?
2026. 911 call was made from to report an assault at 6916 Southwestern Avenue in the city of LA. The 911 caller advised that the victim was being assaulted by multiple suspects in the parking lot. Now, here is that parking lot. The parking lot is on the corner of 70th and Western. There's a thrift shop there, there's a mini market, and then there's a laundromat. Fire department announced Mr. Carl Welch dead at the scene on January 31st. Police, LAPD responded, and they picked up some evidence at the scene. They found 5 pieces of broken jewelry and 1 set of veneers belonging to the victim. When the detectives got to the scene, Mr. Welch was shirtless, lying in a supine position.
Knocking the veneers out that nigga's mouth was crazy. Like, I don't know if y'all caught that.
Fire department
And I'm going to show y'all the parking lot.
announced Mr. Carl Welch dead at the scene on January 31st. Police, LAPD responded, and they picked up some evidence at the scene. They found 5. When the detectives got to the scene, Mr. Welch was shirtless, lying in a supine position next to the wall with obvious facial trauma, and the victim's black Escalade was parked nearby. Detective Avilar was approached by the victim's girlfriend, and she provided some information on who he was and where he worked. According to this affidavit here, Mr. Welch arrived in the parking lot at 6:20 p.m. It states that the first suspects arrived at 7 p.m. and started to congregate with Mr. Welch. Then at 9:30 p.m., more suspects arrived, including young Aunt Hefe. And then around 9:45 p.m., and this is all according to video surveillance that they have obviously on one of these buildings. Then at 9:45 p.m., according to the video surveillance, the assault against Mr. Welch begins. At 10:34 p.m., the fire department announced him dead. Now, the detective also got in touch with the wife, and the wife made a statement to the police saying that Carl Welch worked at an unlicensed dispensary on Florence and Normandy, and that the owner of this dispensary told the wife that Mr. Welch would hold the rent money in a bag, and he would put that bag in his car. Now, that bag is very important. Don't forget about the bag, that he keeps the rent money in his car. Detectives then went to the dispensary, spoke to the owner to confirm the wife's story, and the owner said, yes, he keeps the rent money in a bag. Now, this video surveillance was reviewed by one of the gang cops out of the 77th Division named Lagunas. Officer Lagunas is from the Gang Enforcement Detail. And let me just state that the Gang Enforcement Detail has been currently halted because of some recent corruption that came up regarding go stops and not turning on body cams during traffic stops. There's more about that in a previous video that I did. But Officer
Okay, well, I'm going to check that out because the gang unit there at 77th Division allowed it. Just so they have Joan that do
provided what he knew about the people in that video. So Lagunas identified the suspect kicking Mr. Welch in the head as Johnny Gray, also known as North Face. Officer Lagunas personally knows Gray and not only identified him, but he identified his car that was parked in the parking lot. Now, LAPD has a documented traffic stop with Gray in that same car on January 9th. LAPD also obtained search warrant for subscriber information, cell phone subscriber information from Google and from his cell phone provider, which links a phone number to Gray that is also pinging to this location on January 31st. They also tracked that same phone to Mr. Gray leaving LA and going to Las Vegas the very next day. Although we don't have the exact number of people that were in that parking lot when this incident happened, Officer Lagunas was able to identify two other people on the surveillance video, one being Young Ant and the other one being a guy named Irvin Theus. Officer Lagunas states that Young Ant appears to intervene in an argument between an unknown person that's there that Lagunas was not able to identify and Young Ant. So Lagunas is actually identifying Young Ant Jefe as the person that is trying to de-escalate the conflict between an unknown person, we'll call him suspect 4, and Young Ant. But then Lagunas later states in this affidavit that Young Ant can be seen striking the victim while he's on the ground.
And that right there is all it takes for Young Ant to get charged with felony murder. The man was on the ground. Young Ant got some licks in. At that moment, and the man lost his life. It's a felony murder, bro. It's a felony murder, bro. Because it's nothing that you could say. It's nothing that you could do. You're caught on camera doing this. At this point, if this is 100% true and they can pour this on camera, better just look for a deal, because you're on camera putting your feet on a man who later on goes on to expire.
Lagunas was able to identify that Young Ant went to his car and started speaking to Irvin Thomas. Now, Irvin Theus. Irvin Theus is 21 years old. He is also from ETG. During the assault, actually, Theus was sitting in his car parked right next to Carl Welch's car. Irvin Theus did not participate in the actual assault, but according to Officer Lagunas, when Theus pulled up, he's seen interacting with the victim, then he's seen getting in his car, leaving, and then he comes back in his car shortly before the assault begins against Mr. Welch. But after the assault finishes, Theus goes into the victim's car, grabs a bag, and then gives that bag to Young Ant. Now, that's why I said don't forget about a bag.
And that's where the robbery comes in at, because he gives the bag of money, allegedly, to Young Ant. And that's where the whole situation falls apart with the robbery aspect.
For some reason, in this statement of probable cause, you could tell they're trying to link this bag as to something of value, which is where the robbery comes in.
Mm.
On April 27th, the LAPD decides to issue warrants on 3 people: on Young Ant, on Johnny Gray for murder, and they issue a warrant to Irvin Theus for conspiracy. Irvin Theus is the guy seen going in the car, grabbing a few things, specifically that bag, and then giving that bag to Young Ant. Also, they took Carl Welch's Escalade and they dusted it for fingerprints, and Irvin Theus's fingerprints are all over the car. So not only is he seen on video going into the car, they have his fingerprints on the car. And I just have a few questions.
Well, yeah, his fingerprints would be on there.
Fingerprints would definitely be on there if you was in the car taking that bag that you didn't have no business taking.
When this offense happened on January 31st. Maybe it took some time for Officer Lagunas to identify people in that parking lot. Maybe he actually didn't know who they were and had to do some research to figure it out. I don't know. Even after the warrants were issued in April, why did it take almost a month to actually make the arrests? Everyone was accessible. They knew where all these guys lived and were at. I want to know why Lagunas, Officer Lagunas, the 77th gang detective, if he's the gang expert for A-Tray gangsters, and there was a bunch of people in that parking lot, why he's only able to identify 3? He didn't even identify the original person arguing with Mr. Welch, the one that Young Ann is breaking it up. He's trying to de-escalate it. Lagunas doesn't even know who that person is. Are they going to link this bag to the rent money for the dispensary?
Well, it looks like they're trying to. And the fact that Young Hefe was trying to de-escalate the situation, he's on record on surveillance as having trying to break up the fight. Obviously, that helps. That's in the report.
But
That's on video.
But
Also, of course, in the report, as we heard, is this same officer, Lagunas, saying that Aunt Hefe struck the victim while he was down on the ground, according to this report. That doesn't help. But on the one hand, the fact that he's trying to de-escalate.
so that's for that situation to come and go right there, man. Young Ant on camera putting his feet on that man. Red dots to the left, you know the rest. Gone. News Network, I'm glad that you enjoyed that content. We heard the cries, we heard the complaints. Now we don't got no intro, but we do got an outro with the same information, man. Make sure that you are tapped in. Make sure you dropping comments. Make sure you dropping likes. Make sure you subscribing to everything we have going on here at TNN Trap News Network, because we will be giving away some more Chiliana once we hit that 40,000 membership, 40,000 subscriber, threshold. We're gonna make sure that we give y'all some Chiliana, man. So make sure that y'all stay tapped in. Make sure y'all stay looking out. Make sure y'all stay right here at TNN Trap News Network. The news you can use, the knowledge you're not finna get in nobody's college. Hit a like, hit a comment, hit a good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. We're gonna keep you updated on what's going on these YouTube streets. You already know the deal, man. If you enjoyed this content, throw the red dot to the left. You know the rest. We gone.
Hi, I'm Whack 100. When I'm not snitching on the internet, I'm snitching in real life for your own personal home security. Call 1-800-WACK-ATTACK. We're first, law enforcement second.
Hey, I'm Adam22. Got an extra soul laying around? Be like Doughboy and Whack 100 and sell yours today. One soul equals a lot of clout.